Do you guys have those friends that are, I don't want to say obsessed, but are so incredibly committed to a quote unquote streak of some sort that they will do anything to not miss a day or a week or whatever it is of that thing? Yeah, I have some friends who are like that. My daughter is like that. And you guys, I wish I were like that. Why can I not be like that? Let's talk about it. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Next 23. I am Kelly Taylor, and I have been, for some weird reason, not weird reason, I don't even know why I said that. I know it's the universe. If you guys have listened to some of my podcasts in the past, you know that I am a big believer that the universe, she gives you things in your life. She puts things in your path. She bombards you with things that you need to pay attention to. You need to listen. You need to hear. You need to see. And what has been popping up for me over the past 3 weeks to a month is this notion of consistency and commitment. Oof, you guys, if you listen to the last episode about everyone is allowed more than one success story, at the end I mentioned this idea of one thing that it does take is commitment and consistency. Just a caveat, this episode, I know a lot of my episodes are really therapy for me, but this one is me talking to me. This one is me kicking my own ass, me telling my own self, Kelly, you got to just do the thing consistently. You got to show up and be committed to the thing if you want it to be successful. Because I am the queen of sitting on my couch at night and being like, oh, why are people not listening to my podcast? Why are people not following me on Instagram? Why am I not getting clients? Why? Before I met the boyfriend, it was, why am I not meeting anybody after my divorce? You guys, it's because I was sitting on my fucking couch and not doing anything. So, like, I am a big believer that the universe gives us gifts, but I also know that we need to do things to set those wheels in motion, right? So, and the thing that she has been serving up to me via podcasts I've been listening to, via Instagram stories, via stories of me just talking to people out in the world who are doing things. The thing for the past 3 weeks that has been coming up over and over and over again is you have to be consistent. You have to show up and commit to yourself, whatever the thing is, and be consistent with that. I was scrolling on Instagram and there's this photographer I follow, and she posted a story about how when she first started her photography business, she's a wedding photographer, she committed to herself to blog about a wedding within 48 hours after photographing a client's wedding. And I guess the first time this situation came up, she photographed the wedding, went straight on vacation with her family. And wherever they were on vacation, the Wi Fi was super spotty. So it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I guess midnight was, I'm inferring here because she didn't say this, but I'm guessing midnight was the 48-hour deadline. So she was with her parents and her family. So she and her dad went out on the boat on the lake at 11 o'clock at night because they knew they could get cell service in the middle of the lake. And she posted her blog and she said that she has not missed a single blog posting within 48 hours of photographing a client's wedding ever since that time because that was a commitment she made to herself. I don't know much about this woman's story, but I think she's been in the business for years based on what I what I've seen of her work. I mean, she's incredible. But that is some commitment, you guys. That is some insane commitment. And I was talking to the boyfriend about this. I was telling him this story the other day, and he was like, that seems a little much to go out on a lake at 11 o'clock at night, just post it the next day. Well, that is fair. And that is 100% where I normally am. I can rationalize anything to make it be okay for me not to do the thing. You guys, I am the queen of rationalization and I will believe it 100%. I think the thing about what I learned from this woman, this photographer, was that she was early on in her career. I think now that she is a professional, an expert, established in her business, she probably could get away with not doing it every time. And nobody would notice, nobody would care. And people would probably be like, yeah, she's earned the right to take a vacation and not do that. But here's the thing, you guys, that was a commitment she made to herself, and she was not going to miss it. And I think that is beautiful. I think that is something that I've heard that before, and I've tried to tell myself that before, that like if I make a commitment to doing something for myself or in my business or in my hobbies or my passions or whatever it is, then I need to not break it, because I need to not break it for me. I need to love myself enough to be committed to myself that I will be consistent and show up time and time again for the thing. And you guys know I do love myself. I love my life. I love who I have become in this next 23 of after divorce adulting situation. I love it so much. So I think me not staying consistent or not being holding true to the commitments I've made to myself aren't about me not loving myself. It's about me not thinking that, not that I'm not worth it, but that I would be disappointed. That's, oh, you guys, that's it. Because I can rationalize and because I'm so easy on myself, I don't disappoint myself when I change my mind or am quote unquote lazy or procrastinate or decide not to do the thing, like post the episode every week like I said I was going to. I I'm not disappointed in that. But you better believe if I commit to doing something for someone else and I think I'm going to disappoint them by not doing it, I'm going to do it. I'm absolutely 100% going to do it every time. So I think what I need to do is reframe my mindset to really be disappointed when I don't stay committed to a goal that I've told myself I want to be committed to. If I don't stay committed, I need to find a way to feel like I do if I don't honor a commitment to someone else, to my kids, to my friends, to my family. If I don't show up the way for myself, the way I show up for everyone else in my life, I need to feel bad about that. I don't know. You guys, please weigh in here. Like, send me comments, whatever it is. Like, somehow get to me, text me, communicate with me, DM me, whatever. Because this may be a terrible plan, and I'm really just grasping at straws here of anything that I can try to stay committed, do something every day, because I feel like I'm at this point in life where I may want to pivot some things from my side gigs and from my creative outlets. And I don't really know what those are, but I have some ideas. And I really and truly think that in order to do that, I got to step up my consistency game in a huge way. Like huge, big time. Because I suck at it. I mean, I really do. Like, I'm pretty sure the only thing I suck more at than staying consistent and committed to something I've put out in the world is cooking. Let's be honest. Let's be fair. I'm a terrible cook. Terrible. I cannot believe my kids have survived into their 20s and are healthy, and DSS didn't come take them away when they were little, because there was nary a vegetable to be found in our life. But I digress. I I do know that in order to make some of these big, bold crazy, wild dreams, ideas that I have for this next pivot in my life, it's going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of work. It is going to be me stepping out of my comfort zone in a huge way, doing things that I'm not 100% sure I'm really good at. I think I'm good at, so I'm just going to do it. What do they say? We're going to fuck around and find out and see what happens. But before I start, I need to find ways to trick my head so that I will stay committed. Because I don't know, maybe this is a weird side effect of loving your life so much and loving who you are that I don't know, is it possible I give myself too much grace? and and I'm not hard enough on myself in certain situations so that I can stay consistent and show up? I don't know. Like maybe. It's very possible. And when I say that, I'm not saying I'm going to beat myself up if I miss a deadline or do something or don't do something that I've said I'm going to do because I know me. It is going to happen. I can't just go from being a completely different person. I can't turn into my daughter who had like I don't know. I think she's on like a 4 or 5 year streak with her best friend on Snapchat, like sending things. Like seriously, you guys, it's a thing. Like 4 or 5 years, they have not missed a day of sending each other a snap, however that works. I don't know that math. That's thousands and thousands of days. And she has stayed committed to that. So has her bestie. I am so impressed. I'm blown away by it. I'm not going to instantly turn into my daughter in that scenario. But if I can get a little bit better, and, if it's like getting to be the end of the night and on the last day of the week and I haven't posted an episode, maybe I can tell myself, you need to do this and not watch that movie over a glass of wine until you actually post an episode. I don't know. Maybe we're going to try that. And you guys, these video episodes, I don't know if you noticed this sort of new thing. So if you're listening to this how you normally listen to my podcasts, audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, however you listen on my website, if you're listening to the audio version, hop over to YouTube because I have a new video version of this same episode that has a cool new backdrop that I set up in my office, which I'm loving. I don't know if you guys can see all the things. I'm coming to you live visually as well as auditorially, auditonally. I don't know, sound. So so that's sort of one step I'm taking because I actually do love doing these videos and I think it is more fun for me. So I'm hoping that doing it this way is one of those tricks that I'm going to be using to for myself to show up more consistently in this because I think that this podcast, just so you know, the podcast is not going away. I love it still and it's amazing. I think it might end up being more integral into some of these new things that I'm possibly going to test out for my future. And who knows, it might be next year, it might be in 10 years. I have no idea, but it doesn't matter. I'm excited about it and pivots are always great in my life. So it's something that may happen, but I do want to show up as consistently and as committed for myself in my business and in these passions that I have as I do for my people, as I do for myself, like in my life. I mean, okay, another thought I just had just now, like if I can show up in my passions and in my businesses the way I showed up for myself post divorce and the way I treated my new life in a way that I was curating it so consistently and so true and so hard because I knew that I wanted to show up and be exactly who I wanted to be in the next 23 years of my life and beyond. So I just need to remind myself that I have done it. I consistently do it on a daily basis for my family and my friends and my kids. I have done it for myself in a time of big time change post divorce. So I have evidence that proves that I can do it. Now I just need to start visualizing and planning it that way for my businesses as well as my life. And maybe if we do that, maybe this is why the universe, oh, I love her. She's amazing. Maybe this is why she keeps feeding me things about commitment and consistency and showing up regularly and not missing a beat when it comes to being true to yourself and breaking those promises to yourself. Maybe that's why the past month she's been showing all these things to me, because I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to take to make make these old dreams become a reality out into the world. So these are not dreams that are just I've just had. These are some dreams that I've been thinking about for years, and I'm just feeling like it is time to possibly start bringing them to life in some form or fashion. So, I don't know. Guys, I would love your thoughts. I love this community. I love all the advice and the stories you share with me. So please let me know what tricks and tips you use in your life to help you stay consistent when you don't want to. Even if it's about working out. If you're like, "Oh, I want to run a marathon." I feel like I know a lot of people who run marathons, which is wild because I do not run, but I'm so impressed by them. And I feel like with a marathon, that is something, if you don't stay consistent with your training and you miss a day or a week or whatever it is in that very rigid training leading up to a marathon, you're going to be screwed. I feel like big time. And you're going to screw yourself. So if you're a marathoner, like, let me know the tips and tricks that you use to motivate yourself to go do the hard thing. If you are trying to save money for a house or for a vacation or to quit your job that you hate, whatever you're saving money for, like that takes commitment. How do you do it? How do you like tell yourself, I'm not going to buy this thing and I'm going to put that money aside instead, especially in today's world that's so crazy and so expensive. And sometimes we just need a little retail therapy to survive the day, possibly. So if you're trying to save for something, how do you stay consistent in that? If you are trying to launch a business, please tell me, give me your tips and tricks on how you show up for yourself every day without, not without judgment, but without easily saying, oh, it's fine. I don't need to do that today. I can do it tomorrow. That's my problem. I'm too easy on myself. I'm too light on myself. I'm like, oh no, it's okay. It's no big deal. No, it's a big deal. It's my dream. It's my passion. I need to get more disappointed in myself when I don't show up like I want to show up consistently. I'm always going to show up who I am. I've learned that, but like when I don't show up for myself and do the thing that I promised myself I was going to do, I don't know, maybe I think I need to be a little harder on myself just in that instance to motivate me. Or as I'm saying it, it still feels bad. Maybe it's digging in deep of what the goal is and the vision is to motivate me. I'm kind of a positive motivated person versus the negative, bad self-talk kind of attitude. So maybe it's reminding myself why I need to do this hard thing today when I'm tired and exhausted and I don't want to do it, because doing the thing today actually is getting me one step closer to this big, bold, beautiful, ballsy dream I have that really lights up my soul and excites me. Maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know. But trust, you guys, I'll tell you this for free. I'll definitely be telling you when I figure it out. I'll be letting you in on this journey along the way. So if I come up with any tips and tricks that help motivate me and help keep me consistent daily to meet these big, bold dreams I have, don't you worry. I'll let you know. Because, you guys, it takes a village. It takes this community. I love this community so much. I love you guys, and I'm cheering for you. The Next 23 is produced in partnership with Taylor Street Designs. I would love it if you guys could subscribe to the show. Don't worry, if it's not your jam, just tap that unsubscribe button. No hard feelings. Love you guys.